いやすごいバタバタだったけどさ、面白かったよね。
面白かったです。
実際のライブコマースをやってる人に今回はインタビューしてみたっていう感じかな。
Sometimes I find that via message people can be sometimes harsher.
I love being able to connect with people in the way that we do. It is very draining. It does take a lot of energy.
皆さんこんにちは。 eBay でビジネスを変える荒木です。
社長、
はい。
eBay.com のライブ担当の方が来ましたね。
いやすごいバタバタだったけどさ、面白かったよね。
面白かったです。
4名来られたのかな。
そうです。
今までにないような、今までもうちもライブコマースってすごい活気がある感じだと思うけど、それに増してすごい勢いだったよね。
やっぱりアメリカの人のすごいですね、パワーが。
後でねその動画も多分流れるとは思うけど、ぜひそこら辺は見てもらいたいよね。
本当に。
うちなんかに来てもらってありがたいよね。
なんかどういう経緯だったんでしたっけ。
これから eBay ってさ、ライブコマース力入れたいってことで日本に来てうちやってるじゃない、がっつり。そこで本場のやり方を見せてくれるってことでお願いしたっていうところもあるからね、そこでねうちとしても学べることもあったし、とにかく面白かったよね。
そうですね、面白かったです。はい。
今回は eBay.com のライブコマース担当の方に今後のライブコマースがどうなっていくのかについて聞いてみたについて話してみようか。
はい、早速お願いします。
わかりました。
今回来たのってセルジオさんとアメリカのボルトの会社の人3人ですよね。
ボルトっていう会社の人だね、結局4人来たうちのセルジオさんがアメリカの eBay でライブコマースのファッションカテゴリーの責任者の人で、だからたまに相談してもらったりとかね、うちもやり取りしていた人だね、会ったのは初めてって感じだけどね、ミーティングとかよくやってたっていう感じかな、とボルトっていう会社のライブコマースで実際アメリカで売ったりとかもしてる、ある意味プロですよね、にやり方をちょっと見せてもらったっていう感じかな、女性2人はだからボルトだし、インフルエンサー側の意見とかも聞いてみたかったしね、
そうですね、
そのセルジオさんとインフルエンサー、実際のライブコマースをやってる人に今回はインタビューしてみたっていう感じかな、実際見てもらった方が分かると思うので、見ていきましょうか。
はい、お願いします。
はい、ということで早速インタビューやっていきたいと思いますまず自己紹介してもらった方がいいですかね。
I'm Sergio. I am one of the category managers for fashion on eBay, and I'm working specifically on eBay Live.
My name is Paige, and I am an eBay seller, and I'm also here on behalf of Lux Supply as well.
私はモノシェアでライブコマースを担当してます林と申します。はい、
よろしくお願いします。お願いします。
Thank you.
はい、早速じゃあインタビューの内容を聞いていきますか。今後の eBay ライブのビジョンってどんな感じなんですかね。
We'd like to ask you a question. What is your future vision for live commerce or your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, I think, and Paige can speak to this too from your work on Lux Supply, but this in the US, this is taking over. Like, the vision is that sellers receive the supply and they go live with it first. They start selling it first on to the live audience, take the requests, take the users' comments and feedback, and then after that, it might, be put on marketplaces if it doesn't sell. But live first is my thought personally.
Yeah, it is on a completely bigger scale, and it is moving way quicker sales-wise. We're moving inventory like crazy.
今後いろんな国でやったりとかそういうことって考えてるんですかね、eBay ライブ。
Are you thinking about many countries you are spreading live commerce? Yes.
Yeah, many countries are experimenting. Of course, I think we're all learning from China because they've been doing it for some time. But I think live commerce really came to the U.S. in like 2021, 2022 is when it started kind of breaking into the market. But it was really last year where we saw it start to become very popular, and I think this year it's breaking records. I think the speed at which it's scaling is far exceeding expectations, and we're seeing the sellers that are kind of approaching live with open mind to start to really get ahead in this space. They kind of invested early on when maybe the market wasn't there always, and now those are the sellers that kind of have the playbook, if you will, of like, this is how you run.
Yeah.
Paige, maybe you can speak to it a little bit. Like, you guys really have embraced live, and
I think so, yes. And everything's just moving way quicker than it would, I feel like, if we were to just sell on a basic platform, like maybe a website. We're able to show things faster, we're able to take requests quicker, and we're able to connect with people in real time. It's awesome.
one of the things too that you said was just how much of a community you've built, like, on the streams.
Yes. People are making friends and relationships online as well, which is awesome.
One of the coolest things about live commerce is that it enables you to, like, before you used to depend on like the brick and mortar store, right? To have that back and forth kind of in real time communication with a customer. At that same time, the evolution kind of was the website, and you could have email correspondence or a message correspondence, not in real time, but delayed maybe a couple minutes or a couple of hours. Now you're able to have that in-store experience on a digital platform like you do, here on eBay Live. And so you're able to have that one-on-one conversation with the customer like we were doing today, getting feedback from the customer. Hey, run this other item, run this other one. I want to see.
Do you like this one?
Yeah.
No? Okay, let's switch it out for something new.
今後 eBay はライブコマースに力を入れてくんでしょうかね。
Are you growing up more and more in the eBay policy, the live commerce, the status, the future policy of eBay?
I mean, the growth is just, it's blowing up.
Yeah,
It's
you've seen it
really-
firsthand, I feel
You've
like.
seen it firsthand. Like, it's more about just the number of hours that we can stream, because everything that you are streaming is realizing price, and it's getting engagement from the audience, and we're just seeing it, not only just, I think we started with handbags in the fashion side on eBay, but we've expanded into more categories, and we're seeing a product market fit.
Yep. Sunglasses, belts, bag
Watches.
charms, watches, so many.
今 eBay でライブコマースで伸びているカテゴリーとかってあるんですか？
How about the growth category, particularly in eBay Live?
Everything, I think, on the live side is seeing adoption increase, right? So there is not a category that we're not saying this year is performing, better than last, because the market as a whole is growing. But in particular of interest, the handbags, the watches, apparel, and pre-loved clothing is really hot. Paige, what are you seeing, for example, on your
I've
side?
seen a lot of like trading cards, a lot of trading cards,
Oh,
sports
yeah.
cards, stuff like that. And then I've also seen a lot, I know you guys probably know about Labubus.
Oh,
A lot of
toys.
Labubus, unboxing, stuff like that,
Yeah.
bag charms.
Yeah.
I think we said that previously, but yeah.
最後にお二人にライブコマースの魅力について聞きたいです。
How do you like live commerce? The fascinating one.
I do. I love it. I love being able to connect with people in the way that we do. It is very draining. It does take a lot of energy. You need to be energetic and feel alive and connect with those people in a good way. Otherwise, they're not really going to want to buy from you. You have to. Would you buy from yourself? That's a question you need to ask yourself.
Productivity levels vary, right? It's not that you can't sell if you're not high energy, but if you go into a stream and you are low energy, just showing items as they go, you will sell. But the peak performance comes from a host that is high energy, engaging with all the comments, taking all the requests, going that extra mile in the stream. And Paige does a great job of always almost like auctioneer style.
Yeah.
You're always cognizant not only of the comments, but also of the pricing, and that helps also fuel the energy behind the stream.
ありがとうございました。いやもう本当すごいね、熱いんですよ本当にライブコマース中。だからすごいこっちも勉強にもなるし、ワクワクしますよね。
We feel great energy during the show. So
Paige, like
That is
this
the
is
goal.
why, like, of the hosts, like Paige and Amanda, like from Lux Supply, they're top hosts in the US, because they balance all these attributes of what makes a host great: the receptiveness to the comments, the ability to bond with the users, the auctioneer, like sorry, like, but
No,
it's
thank
just
you so much. Thank you.
いや本当すごい。
One thing, I think the moderator, and we saw it yesterday, too, the moderator plays an important role, because the moderator should do all the operations so the host can focus on selling, which is in that audience interaction. So like you want to have someone facilitating the pinning,
Yes.
making sure that you know what
And then also it's helpful because if I do miss something in a comment, you
the
can
moderator
help me.
can-
Yes.
Yes.
And you can make sure that I do see what I'm missing.
No, it's like before these buyers can now put a face, whether it's you know the hosts that are here this week or your team when you're going live, like they now associate a group of people. It's very humanizing in a lot of ways. Like before it was just like a message, right? But now they know the team that's working, and in real time they can see, like when we, for example, today we took the requests and we're like, we are going to work during this break, for example, to get some of your requests back in the stream. They can see the work happening in real time, and I think sometimes I find that via message people can be sometimes harsher. But when they do it in the live, you know, you get this sense of community. If someone is very harsh in the chat, for example, like people in the chat chime in and they're like, no,
Yeah,
you know, they're
they will
doing their
defend
best.
the host
They'll
as well,
defend the
yeah.
host.
今後も多分 eBay ライブもそうですし、日本でのライブコマースって広がっていくはずだと思うんですね。だからこうやってインタビュー聞ける機会ってあんまりないと思うので、とても有意義なインタビューができたと思ってますと。今日はありがとうございました。はい、ありがとうございました。
ナイストーキング。
Yeah, thank you.
今回は eBay.com のライブコマースの担当者の人に今後のライブコマースのことについて聞いてみたについてお話をしました。
面白かったですよね。
ねえ、丸々1週間来られて毎日やってくれたからね。何時間やったんだっけ、1日。
5、6時間ですね。
1日5、6時間かける5でしょ。まあまあ大変だったよね。
もう最後の方、ペイジーさんちょっと声かすれちゃって。
ペイジーさんって女性の、
そうインタビューに出てきた
はいはいはいはい
女性の方。
そうだよね。それだけ振り絞ってたって感じだもんね。
本当に、
いやすごい楽しかったよね、本当にね。実際だからうちでインタビューできたのはセルジオとペイジーさんだったんだけど、ボルトのっていう会社の社長さんともう一人インフルエンサーはいたんだけど、その方は同じ時に
モンドライフの北島さん
のところでライブコマースをやっていたと、そうやってどんどんライブコマースをね日本で広げていこうっていう動きがあるからね。
そうですね、
大変なところはあるけどね、やってみると面白かったりとか、その体制作るまでは結構大変だと思うし、コツとかもあるからね、そこら辺はうちもね毎週今週3かやってはいるけど、常にうまくなっていこうっていうか新しくしてるもんね、
そうですね、
やり方と商品とかも含めて、だんだん分かってきたところもあるしね、けどやっぱり彼らのやり方を見ていろいろ学びができたことはすごい良かったよね。あと今後のねライブコマースのことについても聞けたし、きっと広がっていくんだろうなっていうのはすごい感じたよね。アメリカでもまだ広がる、アメリカもまだそうでもないじゃんライブコマースって、けど彼らがこんだけ力入れてるってことはっていうところもつながるじゃない。やっぱアメリカでガッてきたら多分日本にも絶対降りてくるから、 そこも踏まえて考えると先に手つけとくべきなのかなとも思うんだよね、それはね。まだねうちらも週3回4回5回とどんどん広がっていくかもしれないし、まだまだやれることもあるんじゃないですかね。
はい、あると思います。
実際ね見ていただくと分かると思うんですけど、面白いのでぜひうちのライブコマースとかを見て楽しんでいってほしいなとは思います。
はい、今日は解説ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。これから eBay をもっと知りたい方やビジネスを成長させたい方はチャンネル登録とグッドボタンよろしくお願いします。荒木でした。